The snow fell heavier that night, swallowing the city in silence. Under the flickering streetlight, Daniel sat curled beside a shuttered bakery, his only blanket wrapped around his shoulders. The world passed him by, faces buried in scarves, eyes avoiding his. Hunger gnawed at him, but loneliness hurt worse. He'd once been someone, a father, a husband, but loss had stripped him down to this, a man forgotten. Then he saw her. A girl no older than 10, sitting alone on a bench, clutching her knees. No coat, no shoes, only fear in her eyes. Something inside Daniel stirred, the kind of instinct that never dies, no matter how broken you are. Every night, Daniel slept under that same awning. He'd wake before dawn, walk to the soup kitchen, and sometimes earn a few dollars helping unload trucks. He rarely spoke. The city taught him silence after his daughter, Emily, died in a fire he couldn't escape in time. His wife never forgave him. Grief turned to guilt, guilt to exile. He stopped believing in luck and God and redemption. Until that night, the girl's lips were blue. Daniel rose, his joints aching, and knelt beside her. "You'll freeze out here," he murmured, removing his blanket. She didn't move. "I'm waiting for my dad," she whispered. The words cut deep. Daniel wrapped her in the blanket anyway. "Let's find him together." He led her to the shelter 2 blocks away. She clung to his arm, trembling. "What's your name?" he asked. "Maya. Do you know your dad's number?" She shook her head. "He told me to wait at the bakery, but he never came back." At the shelter, the night manager frowned. "We're full," Daniel pleaded. "She's just a kid." The man sighed and handed them a single cot in the back room. Maya fell asleep, clutching Daniel's sleeve. As he watched her breathe, memories flooded him. Emily's bedtime giggles, her tiny hand gripping his finger. He whispered to the dark, "I won't fail this one." By morning, police sirens wailed nearby. A car crash. A man, Maya's father, had been taken to the hospital in critical condition. Her only family left barely alive. Days passed, and Daniel stayed by Maya's side. He read her donated storybooks, fixed her torn shoes, and taught her how to make little paper cranes from napkins. She called him Mr. Blanket. At the hospital, the nurse said Maya's father was in a coma. No relatives listed. Daniel offered to sign temporary guardian papers. One afternoon, Maya asked, "Did you ever have a daughter?" Daniel froze. "Yes," he whispered. "What happened?" "She went to heaven." Maya reached out, placing her small hand over his. "Then maybe God sent me so you don't feel alone." That night, Daniel couldn't sleep. He looked out the frosted window and felt something he hadn't in years. Purpose. Maybe redemption wasn't found in churches or miracles. Maybe it was found in the small hand of a lost child. 3 days later, a woman in a sharp gray coat entered the shelter. "I'm Maya's aunt," she announced. The staff confirmed it. She had paperwork and identification. Relief washed through Daniel, then dread. The woman's eyes were cold. "You've been keeping my niece here. I just wanted her safe. She doesn't belong in a place like this." Daniel stepped back, ashamed of his ragged clothes. Maya ran to him, clinging tight. "Don't make me go," she cried. The aunt knelt, whispering harshly, "He's not your family." Daniel smiled weakly. "She deserves warmth, not a man like me." He turned away before she could see his tears. The world had drawn its line again, those who have everything, and those who have nothing but heart. He walked into the cold, feeling the emptiness return. A week later, Daniel was sweeping the street outside a diner when a black car stopped beside him. The same woman stepped out, but her face had softened. "Mr. Brooks," he nodded warily. She held out a letter. "Maya asked me to give you this." He unfolded it. Crayon drawings filled the page, 2 stick figures holding hands under a heart. Beneath it, she'd written, "Thank you for finding me." Tears blurred his vision. The woman hesitated. "My brother. He passed last night. Maya has been asking for you." Daniel's breath caught.
Yes.
"She calls you her guardian angel." The woman's voice broke. "She needs you more than I can admit." When Daniel entered the hospital room, Maya smiled weakly from her bed. "You came," she whispered. "I told them you'd never leave." The weeks later, Daniel stood at the adoption office signing papers with trembling hands. Maya's small fingers slipped into his. "Ready to go home, Dad?" she asked softly. He smiled through tears. "Yeah, sweetheart, let's go home." Outside, the snow had melted. The city still roared, but somehow it felt quieter, kinder. For the first time in years, Daniel wasn't invisible. He was needed. He was loved. And as he watched Maya chase pigeons in the morning light, he whispered to himself, maybe the ones who've lost everything are the ones best meant to give love back. The story ended where it began, with a blanket and a heart reborn.